Got a great question about how to price yourself as a public speaker. Often, as you rise in your business and people hear about you and what you talk about, they want to invite you to come speak either at a parish event or at a conference or a retreat. So, the first thing that you have to ask yourself is, how hard is it for me to leave my family? Because that makes a big difference. If you have to hire childcare, if it's really difficult for your husband to take time off of work, then you might want to increase the price of you coming to speak to make it worth it for you. And that's just saying, hey, it's just a huge deal for me to leave. So I'm only going to do it for $3,000. I'm not going to do it for $500. So that's kind of one thing. Also talking to your husband about traveling schedules and things like that. When I go and speak, I'm usually gone for 3 days, sometimes 4. So that's how I think about it. My husband is home now, so it's not as big of a deal, but I'm still very discerning about what to say yes to, because I could write almost a significant part of a book in 4 days, right? If I were to just take my body and put it outside of my house and use that time, I could create a lot of content there. So, if you're in the beginning of your business though, and it's a very relevant event that you could get a lot of clients from, you might do it for free or just a plane ticket or something really inexpensive. So, it's also just kind of looking at the opportunity, the size of the opportunity compared to where your business is. And so, the other thing I like to do is, if someone's interested in bringing me out, especially a mom's group, and I know that they don't have a ton of money, I'll say, okay, could we rally more parish groups, maybe some Catholic high school groups? Could we get more people involved? I'd rather come for 4 days and do a whole series of events and talks, and then it would bring the price down for everyone. So you can kind of help push that along and coordinate it. The other thing for me is, I'll find a cheap ticket out there and I'll sleep on someone's couch. I really don't care where I'm sleeping. So you have to actually specify all the costs involved. So are you expecting them to feed you? Are you expecting them to pick you up from the airport and put you up in a hotel? Just knowing what your expectations are and putting prices next to them, and then being really clear with them about what that is. So, you might go to a very large conference, and if there are 2,000 Catholic families at this conference, that might be really worth it for you. And sometimes in the beginning of your business, you just don't know. So you can talk to your husband and say, listen, I'm going to go. It's going to be 3 days. They're going to cover my plane ticket. It's probably going to cost me an extra couple $100 in food and Ubers and things like that. And it's just a gamble. I'm going to go there and see. But then you'd know. So I think those are just some of the questions that you can ask yourself. So to me, it's really a matter of, how easy is it for me to leave for 3 or 4 days for my family, baby, husband, all sorts of factors like that. What else could I be doing with my time? In the beginning of your business, it's not like if I gave you 3 days, you could leverage that 3 days to make money. So actually in the beginning, I think it is worth it to spend the time to go get more clients. And then what is it going to look like when you get there? Can you do more talks? I mean, I really, really do not like flying somewhere and giving one talk. I really try hard to hit more parishes or more groups. I'll say, hey, can I do, moms in the morning and a teen girl event in the afternoon, and, older people with adult children in the evening. I really try to leverage that trip as much as possible. So I think those are just some of the considerations. The speaking fees range from free to $10,000. So there's no set number for that. It really is what number makes sense for you, and how high would it be in your mind to make it worth it to go. And that number has changed for me over time. And then the other thing always to throw out is to just say, hey, I will do a live Zoom talk for you, get everybody together. And the parish usually has a screen and a way to project a laptop to a screen, and then you can just deliver the talk. And then you could do it for $25 or $50 or free or whatever it is. And you're still interacting with them and you're still answering questions. That's not as high level as coming in person in a nice event or a nice retreat, but sometimes it's just what they want, and you could still spread your message and maybe get clients out of it. Hope that helps you guys.